Good evening and welcome to Empire Stadium, Wembley, for tonight's big night in World Speedway, the 27th World Speedway Championship final. And this legendary London arena has seen very many big nights, and tonight it is Speedway's turn, Britain's most popular summer sport. And tonight 16 track masters there from Sweden, from Russia, from Britain, from Denmark, from New Zealand, and there's the reigning champion himself, Ole Olsen. They're all after his crown, the reigning world champion from Denmark, Ole Olsen, and the Wolverhampton club in Britain. And tonight he is the target. That man is target for tonight, Ole Olsen. Here we go then for the 27th World Speedway Championship final from Wembley. 75,000 here, and the atmosphere absolutely electric. From the inside we have an unknown Russian, Gregory Chinslowski. Next to him we have Eric Bukok from England and Halifax. In the lighter coloured helmet we have the reigning European champion Pavel Walasek from Poland. And on the outside in the checkered helmet, the striped helmet there, Sweden's #1 and main hope, Anders Michanek from the Reading club. Here we go, heat one. And they're on this time, and it's the Russian in front. The Russian has got away quicker than a big heat with the first corner. And oh, somebody's down there. It looks like a bit of trouble there already. It's Bukok and Walasek that are down. The Russian got away quickly. Michanek kept out of trouble. But Bukok and Walasek, the track is very, very slippery here in heat one, and drama straight away. Well, here we go, drama already after heat one. Eric Bukok from England has been excluded. So we have Chinslowski of the USSR left on the inside in the red helmet, the dark-coloured helmet. Then Walasek from Poland invited on the outside. Michanek from Sweden. Remember, 3 points for a win, 2 for a second, 1 for a third, and away they go now. And this time it's the pole, Walasek that gets away first, and the Russian coming flying underneath him there. And Michanek trying the line there. They're all up very close down this black straight here now. But it's the unknown Russian, Chinslowski, that's hitting the front. Chinslowski, Michanek's down, and so is Walasek. So is Walasek. Michanek is down. The Russian is the only one left on his feet. The Russian is the only one, and again, what is happening here at Wembley? The track is taking its toll in this heat one. The second time we've had an accident, and this time it was the pole and Michanek. Here we can see it again. There goes Chinslowski on the inside there. Now watch Walasek. Walasek tries to screw a bit of dirt on here, tries to get a bit of grip going. Comes across Michanek, loses it completely. Michanek's gone down first, and then Walasek. Very clear there. It looked like the pole chopped him up completely there. The referee's decision will be final, but it looked like Walasek was to blame. High drama already, the second rerun of heat one in the white helmet there. Pavel Walasek's hit the dirt twice, only 2 starters. Chinslowski on the inside from Russia, then the pole, Walasek, drama. Michanek, the top Swede, excluded. His chances have gone, so is Eric Bukok. Away they go, and Walasek's with a flyer this time. Walasek from Puddle on the outside, Chinslowski going under him as hard as ever he can go. Walasek's holding him back now. The two Eastern Europeans, it's very little, it's just a match race at the moment. Walasek goes into the corner. Chinslowski still pushing him very, very hard on the inside. They're close sliding wildly, but now the pole is seen to be getting in the front. The pole in front, Chinslowski's far from finished there in the red helmet. Tremendous stuff, a match race between these two Eastern Europeans. They're giving nothing away. It is cut and thrust. Remember, these bikes have got no brakes, they've got no gears, and they're doing something like an average of 50 miles an hour. They're hitting these corners, it's something like 65. And the corner now, Walasek from Poland establishing a bit of a lead now, but this unknown Russian looking very, very good indeed and far from finish. All up, so he's still on a bike length between them. Walasek in the white helmet and Chinslowski in the second place. They're coming on to the last lap now. The Russians about to make a big effort, I think. Here they go, into the corner now. Walasek still holding. Oh, Chinslowski gets a little bit of bother there. Circus act for the Russian onto the last corner. It looks like a win for Poland in the first one. The pole wins over the line now. Here he goes. A win for Walasek. Second Chinslowski from Russia. A dramatic start to this 27th World Final. 3 points to Walasek, 2 to Chinslowski, and those were the only 2 in the third rerun of heat one. Heat 4 of the World Speedway Championship, and already this crowd are jumping about and biting their fingernails, because this looks like being another cracker. On the inside we have Sweden's little fireball stylist Krista Loftquist from Poole. Next to him we have John Louis, the idol of the English crowd, the new boy from Ipswich. Then in the white helmet there from Denmark, the reigning champion, the target for tonight, Ole Olsen from Wolverhampton. And on the outside we have Persson from Cranley Heath in Sweden. A real tough one. A debut at Wembley for John Louis there with the Union Jack, and he's got the Ipswich crowd right behind him. The man he's got to watch is the rider in the white helmet there, Olsen, just finding where the dirt is at the start, looking around. Nerves here tonight, all important. Here they go and away they go, and it's Olsen doing a rodeo, and in the inside it's Loftquist, then Olsen and Louis in a bit of trouble there, and Persson puts him out the way, and Olsen's out of it! What a sensation, Olsen, a terrible top, and Olsen at the back. Olsen at the back, the Swedes lead, the Swedes are leading, and Olsen is tailed up at the back. It's Loftquist, Persson, Louis and Olsen at the back, and the crowd are going absolutely wild. Olsen's flying through there now, though, he's not at the back for long. Olsen's past Louis and chasing the Swedes. Still it's Persson. Persson holding it back, it's Loftquist in front, and Olsen's going after the Swedish pair. There goes Loftquist. Loftquist in front, then Persson and Olsen making a big effort now. Olsen trying the inside there, what a champion this man is, he's through to second place. What a fighter, what a champion. Now he's going after Loftquist, and I think he's going to get him now. They're coming on the last lap now, and the crowd are jumping around. Olsen tried the outside, Olsen's going to take it, he's down! Oh, what a sensation! He is down, and it's Loftquist in front. Has he lost his title? It looks like the world champion. We're going to have a new world champion. Olsen is down unless we have a miracle, but it's Loftquist over the line. Loftquist first. Second we have Persson, and third we have Louis. And the world champion has remounted. But that was the winner, Loftquist from the inside. A race of absolutely remarkable drama. Loftquist is the winner for Sweden. Olsen, a faller on the last lap after making a phenomenal effort. And this really is one of the most sensational world finals of all time. And now we can see it, you can see Loftquist holding the line and also making a colossal effort, and he's just lost it there. Too much motor there, Ollie. Down he goes, unhurt, but what drama. And there he is, the most disappointed man in there, number 6 on his back there, that's Ivan Major. Ivan Major going to try and commiserate with him. Poor Ollie, what a great effort, and what disappointment, but still, his title is still there for the asking, but what a lot he's got to do now. Coming up to Heat 5 of this 27th World Speedway Championship, and already the crowd are buzzing because we've had sensations. 2 of the favourites, the co-favourites, Major and Olsen, are both not among the top scorers after one ride. We have on 3 points so far Pavel Wolasek from Poland, we have Barry Briggs, and we have a chance to see him in the white helmet in Heat 5. We have from Russia, Anatoly Kuzmin, a winner of his first race, and we have from Sweden, Crystal is back. We have Persson from Sweden, controversial because he was just involved in that incident with Barry Briggs, and coming in place of Barry, who's unfit to ride, we have the Swedish reserve, Jan Simonsen from Wolverhampton. We're all on up there in Mont Lauderdale. Jan Simonsen coming in white. So we've got from the inside Persson, next to him Chizlowski from Russia, then Simonsen, and on the far outside Valery Gordeyev on a new bike, having just wrecked one earlier in the first attempt to get this race underway. Here we go, Heat 5. And it's Persson who hits the front first. Persson and Chizlowski from Russia go trying a big handful around the boards and getting nowhere. And it's Simonsen creeping round the line, who's come through on the inside. So it's Sweden leading Russia. Sweden in front, Persson in front, then Simonsen, then Chizlowski at the back, Cordair. Persson looking very comfortable indeed. Bernie Persson from Sweden and Bradley Heath. 13, lucky for some, then Simonsen, then Chizlowski, and then Cordair. Bernie Persson there. Just clipping it around very nice and comfortably there. Spraying up some of the dirt there, but he's in no trouble at all at the moment. No trouble at all for Bernie Persson, who has been in British Speedway for several seasons now. He's ridden in Scotland, and now he rides in the Black Country there at Bradley Heath, going around there, doing a bit of a broadside, running a very nice line indeed. He's on his last lap now. He's got a colossal lead for Bernie Persson, in no trouble at all. 13 on his back, lucky for some, lucky for Bernie tonight, not so lucky for others. And the Russian there trying to go over the curve to get it. Simonsen doesn't pull it off, but no trouble at all now. Bernie Persson on the line. Third place for Sweden, then Simonsen, the reserve for Sweden, and in third place the Russian Chizlowski. No trouble at all. Bernie Persson start to finish, and now Persson comes into the running. And here we have, after 2 races apiece, the world of Speedway, which stretches from Melbourne to Moscow, has gone slightly crazy because we haven't got an unbeaten rider. Ivan Major from New Zealand has a win and a second, and so have 2 unfancied Swedes, Bernie Persson on 5, Loftquist on 5, and then we have 2 complete outsiders from Eastern Europe, Pavel Volacek and Alexander Pavlov on 4 apiece. So Barry Briggs taking the hospital out of the 1972 World Championship final. Ollie Olsen, the reigning champion, with a win and a fall, and now it looks like the battle is developing between a Major and the 2 Swedes, but still anything can happen. Heat 9, and this one should sort the men out from the boys, because we have on the inside Ivan Major from New Zealand, triple world champion, and next to him doing 2 races on the trot, Ollie Olsen, and then we have 2 Russians, Chivnovsky and Kuzmin, but it's all going to be, I'm quite sure, between Major and Olsen on the inside. This one, it must have a vital bearing on the 1972 World Championship. Major in there feeling about to find the grip, trying to find the best groove, the best line out of the gate of 1. Next to him, Major doing the same, Major having a look. The Russians very well behaved at the start there. The Russians are looking at each other. This is the big one for these 2. A very big one, and away they go, and it's Olsen who's made it, but Major's come inside him. It's Major inside him and giving him a nudge there and taking him right out wide, and one of the Russians has come underneath the pair of them. It is the Russian Kuzmin who's under the pair of them, and this is a terrific sensation. He's in an awful lot of trouble there. The Russian went sideways on him. They're in a tremendous heat. Major going after the Russian, but it's Kuzmin and Major's going flashing in the inside there, taking it very wide, and Olsen's coming to the pair of them. Oh, tremendous stuff. Olsen under the pair of them. Olsen through there on the inside, then Major, and the Russian is backed it in. The Russian has had enough, and the other Russian there in white is coming up for a bit of a nibble there. It's Chivnovsky, but it's Olsen in front there after the most colossal 2 laps. Olsen, then Major, then Chivnovsky and Kuzmin, having been pushed to the back, tailed off. Ollie Olsen, Major still far from finished. Major closing on him now. They're on the last lap, and this has been the most fantastic race of Speedway. There's Olsen, 16, Major still far from finish, trying to find some drive on the inside, can't find it. They're on the last corner now. Major trying the boards, Major trying to find some grip on the boards, but Olsen goes away from over the line. Ollie Olsen, then Major, then Chivnovsky. That is Speedway racing at its very, very best. And the winner was Ollie Olsen, and that one once again opens this 1972 World Championship absolutely wide open like a sardine can. The winner, Ollie Olsen, from the back, and lots of fun and games in that one. And we come up now to Heat 12, and there is one of the surprise packets on the inside, Bernie Persson, one of the favourites for this 1972 championship title. Bernie Persson on the inside. Next to him we have a fellow Swede, Anders Michenek. Then we have a Russian, Viktor Kalmikov, and then we have another Russian on the outside, Alexander Pavlov. So it's Sweden against Russia. Sweden on the inside, Persson, then Michenek, then Kalmikov, and on the far outside, Pavlov, who won his last race in very fine style. Persson the man to watch, but in this final anything can and probably will happen. Here we go then, Heat 12. Oh dear, the Russian Pavlov made a colossal start there, and they've let it go, and Pavlov is in front, and he really made the most colossal start, and Persson's going after him, but it's Pavlov the Russian, the surprise packet Russian, in front. Persson trying the inside to get under him. In third place it's Michenek, and there's some more trouble there, some terrible trouble there, and that was Pavlov the Russian off. Persson's now in front. Persson, then Michenek, then we have Kalmikov, and it's all happening here at Wembley tonight. What possibly can happen next? Is Persson in front? Persson comes back into the reckoning for this title, because the Russian really went a clobbering one there. Bernie Persson, a win in a second so far. This looks like a third win to his credit, and he's very, very much in the running for this title. Number 13 on his back, a bit lucky that time, Bernie, but nonetheless you're in front, boy, and keep it screwed on, because the checkered flag is out after just another half lap here. Persson in front, then Michenek very, very subdued tonight, and in third place the other Russian, Kalmikov. Persson over the line, then Michenek, then Kalmikov. A night truly of sensation and spectacle at Wembley. The halfway stage of the 1972 World Championship final, and already we have surprises, sensations almost. Two Swedes in front, Bernie Persson on 8, Loftquist on 8, Ivan Major lurking dangerously, the triple world champion in third place with 7. Then we have John Louis from England creeping into the reckoning now with 6 points, and there at the bottom of those top scorers, Ollie Olsen, the reigning champion, with 2 wins and a fall to his credit. So it's the Swedes at the moment causing all the surprises here at Wembley. And one word we have had, a very sad word from the pits, is that Barry Briggs, who we saw crashing very, very badly earlier in the meeting, has been taken to hospital and has severe hand injuries. He will not ride again this evening. Barry Briggs, sadly, severe hand injuries. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with some more surprises, I'm sure, from Wembley Stadium. There's the scores. Bernie Persson in front, Olsen still challenging, Loftquist in third place, and Loftquist is in this next one, and one of the men he's going to meet is Ivan Major, who, as you can see, is also still in the running. So the riders to watch for now as they come up for heat 16, we have Major in the blue helmet. I think he's just being pushed off there now, and on the outside, Loftquist just being pushed off there now. Loftquist, the man who has surprised very many people this evening with his superb riding and confidence here in his first world final, but here's a Wembley track specialist. So on the outside it is Loftquist from Sweden. Next to him in white it is Anders Michanek, also from Sweden. Major in the second grid in the blue helmet, and on the inside the Russian Valery Gordeev. So the riders to watch for are the blue helmet in number 2 grid, Ivan Major from New Zealand with 7 points, and on the outside Loftquist, at the moment the joint top scorer in this surprise-packed 1972 World Final. So here we go for heat 16. Watch for Major, watch for Loftquist, but don't forget about this Russian Gordeev, because he caused a bit of a surprise in his last race. Here we go, heat 16. Bit of nudging, bit of nerves, temperament coming in. It's an awful lot to ride for, lads. Come on, steady down, let's have you now. And away they go, and Major's made a colossal start, and Loftquist is doing some rodeo on the outside. Oh, what a lot of trouble there. Some chopping and banging, and some terrible, terrible nudging there. And it was Loftquist who really felt the Russian coming under him. Loftquist now looks like he's out of it, he's fighting back. Major's in front. Major's in front, and Loftquist looks very, very angry. But it's Major, then Michanek, then Gordeev, and at the back, Loftquist. Loftquist, who until this race had been one of the surprise favourites, but now it's Major coming back in the reckoning. The galloping Major, smooth style, the great professional. Major in front, then Michanek, then the Russian Gordeev, who just wiped Loftquist out of the way in no uncertain style on the first corner. There's Major. Major managed to keep out of trouble on that first corner. Michanek going wide, looking for the boards, but really in no trouble. Flicks his goggles up there. But Ivan Major now in his 4th start, keeping well in the hunt for this title, keeping well in the hunt for his 4th World Championship win. Major in front, then Michanek. This is Ivan Major again, coming through the picture, then Michanek. Then Loftquist flying up on the inside there, trying one on the line, not quite catching the Russian. And what bad luck for Loftquist. That really must put him out of the running, but it puts the winner, Ivan Major, really, there he is now, Ivan Major, still in the hunt for the 1972 World Championship title. Heat 17, and this one has some ironic justice, because we have Loftquist, who we just saw in terrible trouble in his last race with a Russian, in with 3 Russians. He has Gregory Chinzlovsky on the inside of him from the USSR. He has Viktor Trofimov alongside him, and I'm quite sure after his experiences in the last race he must have thought that Russian was going to knock him off. Anyway, Loftquist in the white helmet, and on the outside we have Viktor Kalmikov. So let's see what happens to He seems to have thrown away his chance of this year's title. He's in the 3rd grid there. He's got these rip-roaring sons of the steppes all around him. They have been shoving and knocking people about on the first corner right the way throughout the meeting. Lots of fun and games and spectacle and excitement. Let's see what happens to Loftquist in this one. And he's made the start anyway. He's pulled away there, and he goes across onto the line. One of the Russians in a bit of trouble there. They're nudging each other about, but it's Loftquist in front. Then it is Trofimov. Trofimov in 2nd place going after him. The other 2 Russians tailed off at the back. But it's no trouble at all for Loftquist from the start here. The Russian menace seems to be beaten in this one, because Loftquist, having had all kinds of bother on the first corner of his last race, which cost him his chance of this year's World Speedway Championship, rather tragically. He's making no mistakes in this one. Loftquist just cruising into the corner there, running it straight up. It's getting very grippy, very, very rough and groovy on that corner there. But Loftquist is in the groove himself, and on his last lap now, in no trouble, I would say, unless one of these Russians has a Russian blood and goes mad. He's not going to get anywhere near Loftquist. So it's Loftquist for Sweden and Poole completing his rides. Very, very tragic luck for Krista, because if he'd just had a good result in the last one, he'd be really in the business now. As it is, he's over the line first there. He completes his rides. That means to say that Krista is going to be up among the scores, but not among the title aspirants, I'm afraid. There he is, Loftquist, the winner. Heat 18, Olsen on the outside there, playing around, swinging about, trying to find where all the dirt is to drive out of that outside grid, because Ollie can still get in the frame. He can still manage, I would think, third place here at least if he wins this one. Against him, he's got Valery Gordev from the USSR, Eric Bukok, and another Russian, Alexander Pavlov. Pavlov is the man to watch. Pavlov has been absolutely like grease lightning out of these paints. So let's watch and see what happens here on the outside grid. There's Pavlov again, and Olsen in a bit of trouble there, and Pavlov with a tremendous start. Olsen trying the boards, and it's Eric Bukok on the inside of him, and Olsen, the reigning champion, is in third place. It's Pavlov, this gate crasher from Moscow, flying away in front. Bukok moving over out of the way, because Olsen's coming dashing through, and it's Olsen now going after the Russian. The Russian leads, Olsen chasing hard. Eric Bukok in third place, and the other Russian tailed off. Now let's see if Olsen can get up. Olsen must get up if he's going to stay with a chance. Olsen trying the boards, Pavlov looking for it. But Pavlov stretches the way down the straight here, lengthens his lead a little bit. Pavlov missing the corner, and Olsen's going to go through that gap, son. Have no fear. Olsen through. You cannot leave a gap like a barn door and expect Olsen to look a gift horse in the line, because he was through there absolutely without any trouble at all. Olsen now in front, his fourth win. What a disaster he fell in his first ride. Otherwise, surely he must have retained his title. Lots of fun and games at the back there, because Bukok has gone through past Pavlov. They're on the last lap now. Olsen just going across the line to complete his programme with 4 wins and a fall, 12 points. Then Eric Bukok, then Pavlov of the fast starts in third place. But there goes Olsen, a disconsolate man tonight, the reigning champion, who surely, but for a fall when fighting his way through at his first ride, must have retained his title. Bad luck, Ollie, but still a lot of interesting racing to come. There's the score. Olsen has completed his rides with 12 points. Loftquist has completed his rides with 11. The other 2 riders, Persson from Sweden on 11, 1 more ride to go. Ivan Major from New Zealand on 10, 1 more ride to go. They meet in the next race. The new world champion ought to be crowned after approximately 70 seconds of the next race, Heat 19. Well, here they come, and these are the 2 minutes all between. The 2 minutes between on the inside there, Persson from Sweden, the shock merchant. On the outside, Ivan Major desperately battling to regain the title he won for 3 years. Those are the 2, and they both look very, very jumpy. Between the pair of them, we ought to see the new world champion. We'll have to wait and see. There are 2 other men in this race. Coming on the inside, it's Pavel Volacek from Poland, and in the blue helmet with the Union Jack, Nigel Bukok. But it's all going to be on the 2 on the outside, I'm quite sure. Let us watch whoever makes this vital jump from the traps. It's so important. Major still fiddling and fumbling about on the outside there. Major now coming into line. The most important speedway race in the world of this year of 1972. This is it. Are we going to get a new world champion? We'll see in just a minute or two. Away, Major's made a colossal stop. He's in above and Persson's gone by. Oh! He chopped the front wheel completely from out from under him. Persson almost had the Russian's front wheel, but he's going after Major. That Major has established a commanding lead, and it takes a very, very good run, and it brought this sort of a lead back on Ivan Major. Ivan Major in front. This will mean a runoff. This is going to mean a runoff. If they stay like this, it means they're going to see these 2 men again in a runoff for the title. Major Persson isn't finished yet, with Ivan Major looking in command. Major in front, Persson chasing crowd absolutely rising to him, and this man Persson, and there is the comradeship of Speedway. We're going to see these two again because they've got to decide the World Championship in a runoff, and that should be something. Well, there we are. That is the result of the World Championship final in 1972 as far as the point scores go. It means that Persson and Ivan Major must have a run-off for first place, and Olsen, the unlucky reigning champion, in third place on 12 points. Persson and Major, it's between. We'll be seeing that in just a moment or two. Here we go, heat 20, and this one has Jimmy McMillan of Scotland coming in red in place of the unlucky Barry Briggs. It has John Louis from Ipswich and England in the blue helmet. It has Anatoly Kuzmin of USSR and Anders Michenek, the Swede, on the outside. Nothing on this one apart from the glory of winning at Wembley, and the crowd, of course, behind John Louis in his first final, the top-scoring Englishman. And let's just see what he can do against his international lineup here. Away they go, Louis is showing. On the inside, Michenek jumping about, Michenek, oh dear, Michenek tried to turn quickly there and very nearly rammed him amidships. So it's Louis in front, then Michenek chasing hard, and again he very nearly hit him. Very, very close to dicing, it's dicing and thrusting. This is what it's all about. They're not missing each other by very much out there at all. And remember, they're hitting these corners at something like 60 miles an hour. Michenek in a bit of trouble there, and McMillan trying hard to come through on the inside for second place. So Louis in front for England, and the Ipswich crowd raising to a gallant little fighter in his first Wembley final. He certainly hasn't let down the Union Jack. He's been the top scorer in Britain, and this really is, I'm sure, the forerunner of many other World Final appearances for John Louis. On his last lap now, swinging round the corners. Hold that tiger. Nice and steady round the corner. Broadside on, foot up, bit of trouble at the back there. Louis over the line with the crowd behind him. Very well done. A first final for John Louis, double figures. Very, very fine debut at Wembley, getting a colossal reception from all his Ipswich fans and a few of the neutrals as well. Just listen to them now. Tiger Louis, the most popular man at Wembley, despite the fact that he isn't the winner. They're getting ready to race. They're clearing the cameramen, they're clearing the officials. This is the one it's all about. This is the biggest Speedway race of 1972. Whoever wins this one is the world champion. It's worth £20,000 in perks to them. Here they come. Persson is the first off. There's Bernie Persson from Cradley Heath there in the Black Country. There's a lot of them here tonight. He's still getting a mixed reception. There's a lot of people here at Wembley. A lot of them blaming Bernie for the accident involving Barry Briggs, which put Barry out of the running and possibly out of Speedway for the rest of this year. Here comes Ivan Major. Ivan Major has the crowd behind him. Ivan looks around for his young challenger. There we come up to the line. The crowd are rising. The crowd are holding their breath. This one is going to be pure, undiluted dynamite. Rest assured of that. Major with 6 on his back in the red helmet. Ivan Major, triple world champion, one of Britain's highest paid sportsmen, a neighbour of George Best up there in Manchester, a rider, the only rider in the world with a gold-plated Speedway bike worth £8,000. There's Ivan Major, bidding for his 4th title. On the outside of him with that lucky 13 body colour, Bernie Persson from Cradley Heath and Sweden. Let us watch this start because it's going to be vital. Whoever hits that first corner first must really be in with a chance. Whoever wins this race is the 1972 World Speedway champion. On the right-hand side it's Ivan Major. On the left-hand side it's Bernie Persson. Major on the inside, Persson on the outside. Here we go. The nerves tingling. They're coming up to the start now. Nobody seems to want to go. Come on, lads, get it on, the way they go. And it's Major who hits the front end. Major hits the corner, Persson trying the outside, the wide outside, but Ivan Major's made a colossal first turn. Major in front. Major after his 4th title. Persson chasing hard. Here comes Persson trying to find some driving. Persson is in a little bit of bother with his bike. strike for the Olympics. He's looking down there, his petrol tank. Here comes Major. Major in front. Major in command. Bernie Persson chasing hard, but he's going to have a superhuman effort to get up on this man, Ivan Major. Ivan Major, Mick Persson is sparkled, but it's filled in there. Sprayed him with dirt in his goggles. Ivan Major in front. Persson still trying very, very hard, but it doesn't look as though he's going to catch him. He's coming up on the inside now. They're coming on to their last lap after this corner now. Persson still cannot close that gap. How tantalising. On the last lap, the world title is only 5 yards between them, and Persson's coming on the inside now and trying very hard, and Major's shut the door down the straight, but Persson's far from finished. He's going wide. I don't think he's going to make it round there. He's coming back on the line now, but it's Ivan Major over the line, the new world champion for 1972. Ivan Major, and he is absolutely knocked out from himself. He is knocked out, and Persson a very, very gallant second. Bernie Persson a very gallant second. He never gave up, but Major there acknowledging the applause, acknowledging the crowd, and 80,000, 75,000, who cares? Every one of them has their heart out for Ivan Major, and up in the air, the first out to congratulate him is Olsen. He's going up in the air, and I think he is absolutely shattered, absolutely shattered. They're all delighted for Ivan Major, one of the most popular men in the business, possibly the greatest professional ever, making his 4th title win. It's worth a cheque for £650 from the Sunday Mirror. It must be worth at least £20,000 in bookings and sponsorships and perks in the next year. A motorcycling double. He's already the World Sand Track champion. Now he's World Speedway champion again. And just look how delighted he is, receiving the congratulations of the crowd. Ivan Major, the 1972 world champion, and loving every moment. Well, there he is, the World Speedway champion, the biggest moment in the life of any Speedway rider. Ivan Major from New Zealand in Bellevue, Manchester, the 1972 champion. In second place, Bernie Persson, and the disconsolate third place man there, Ole Olsen. But that is the man of the night, the man of Speedway in 1972. Ivan Major, the galloping Major, wins again his 4th title. And doesn't he look the complete happy champion? Ivan Major, the new champion, and with that, it's good night from a night of excitement and spectacle and super speedway from Wembley Stadium.